My name's Niraj Inamdar. My research is primarily focused on planet formation, so understanding how planets and other planetary systems other than our own form. Main thing that drew me to this department is the amazing research that happens inside of it. It's incredibly diverse in terms of the types of problems that people tackle. So people tackle geological problems, there's seismologists, there's planetary scientists like myself that focus on exoplanets, and there are people that focus on atmospheres and climate. So it's incredibly diverse. And one of the most fantastic things about this department, that is really what solidified my place here, is the amount of collaboration that happens. And so you're never pigeonholed into just a single problem, but you have the ability to collaborate with people across disciplines to solve really complex and really meaningful problems. At least from my experience in other universities and other departments, things get very segmented and things it becomes difficult to approach others and to collaborate with other people. One of the great things about MIT in general is that collaboration is encouraged. But one of the fantastic things about this department is that we take it to another level. And so we engage not only people throughout all the major disciplines in our department, but we also engage people from other parts of MIT, other departments, whether it's the physics department or the aeronautics and astronautics department. And that allows us to extend our reach and also, like I said, solve really complex, interesting problems. The thing that excites me about my research is the fact that we're really kind of at the cutting edge and at the forefront of our scientific knowledge. So one of the things that I mentioned to you before was that we've got this huge amount of interesting new observational data from Kepler and from the Kuiper Belt that's really broadening our understanding of the diversity of planetary systems and how they evolve. And so the fact that we're using these new observations to really tackle this new set of problems and place constraints on our theories is incredibly exciting. And the field is so dynamic right now that we're kind of in the right place at the right time. So prior to my current research, but still within EAPS, I was a science lead on REXIS. And REXIS is an X-ray imaging spectrometer that's being developed here at MIT. It's a student-designed, led, and built instrument that's ultimately going to be flying on NASA's OSIRIS-REx asteroid sample return mission. Now, the idea that students can design and build and lead a project that's ultimately going to fly to an asteroid is, I think, amazing. And it's an opportunity that's really unique to our department. I've always been incredibly passionate about space, the universe in general. And so it's something that I've always aspired to do. And being in this department really gives me the opportunity to fully indulge all the things that have drawn me to the field to begin with. So I have a chance to basically live out my childhood dream in this department of understanding other planets, how other planets form, how they evolve. Science in general is about creativity. You're presented with a problem. Typically, you're presented with an observation that you can't explain using current models or current theories. And so your job as a scientist is to use your creativity to find unique, new solutions that nobody has thought about before. And that, to us as scientists, that's incredibly exciting. Some people, when they're presented with a problem, a difficult problem to solve, they become discouraged. But here, and in science in general, it's something that we really thrive on and that we crave. Being able to solve a problem that nobody's ever solved before. My work is kind of twofold. One is using observational data that we have from instruments like Kepler. And we use those observations and we use those observations to try and understand using our theoretical models, which theoretical models are most appropriate. So as far as theoretical models go, we develop equations that help us understand how these physical systems behave, for instance, how the atmosphere of an exoplanet might evolve. And we take that as far as we can using pen and paper, and then ultimately we resort to computer simulations. And we use those computer simulations, like I said, and the results that we glean from those, and we ultimately compare those with observations to try and understand which one of the models are plausible, and ultimately which one is the best one to describe physical reality. That's what makes this field so exciting and dynamic right now. So for 2 or 3 centuries, really the only thing that we had in order to understand how planetary systems form is our own solar system. And our own solar system is incredibly beautiful and diverse. But once we started getting observations from, say, the Kuiper Belt in the early 90s, and this huge plethora of new solar systems that we've discovered using Kepler, we've realized that things aren't as simple as they appear. And so we're finding this incredible diversity of planetary systems that are nothing like our own. And like I said, for us, it's incredibly exciting because it means we kind of have to go back to the drawing board and understand and solve totally new problems that we never encountered before.